By Lemfe. The summit is a unique opportunity for students like you to engage in a crucial conversations about mental health, empowerment, and navigating the complexities of college life.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we will dive into several vital topics that impact your experience as a student. These crucial topics that we're talking about include mental health, consular support services and activities, empowerment through awareness, student insurance, scams in Canada, which is very vital, and a lot more.
International Youth Canada is a non-profit organization established to provide programs to support international learners before, during, and after their studies in Canada. International Youth Canada is an organization for the students, by the students, in favor of the students.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. So let me ask you this question. Are you guys ready? Oh, that's not so convincing.
I didn't hear that. Can we have it louder?
Do it! Are you guys ready? Yes, we are. So now, Himanshi, take it.
Thank you so much. So it is important to express gratitude. Express gratitude to those who reside here and to honor the indigenous people who have lived and presently worked on this land, on this territory. I request to please play the land acknowledgement.
Ani Bojo. The land we are standing on today is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabeg, the Chippewa, and the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse nations, Inuit and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that this land is covered by Treaty 13, signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit, and the Williams Treaties, signed with multiple Mississaugas and Chippewa bands.
Now I request everyone to please stand up for the Canadian National Anthem.
true north, strong and free. From far and wide old Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Please be seated, everyone.
Student Summit 2024, presented by Seneca Polytechnic and powered by Lemfi. A big round of applause for all our partners today, our speakers, panelists, guests of honor. Thank you so much for being a part of the event. I would like to recognize Seneca as our partner for the event and for assisting International Youth Canada in the 2024 financial year and providing all the support that is required.
Now is your time to come together, to build it, to push it further, to go there, to tell that story, to make your mark, to go deeper, to question everything, to have empathy, to have courage, to explore, to grow, to adapt, evolve, to make a statement, to create a world, to experiment, to make it better, to care, to innovate, advocate, move, fly, dare. To apply, to accept the challenge.
Now is your time.
Now is your time.
Now is your time. Now is your time.
Now is your time. Seneca, challenge accepted.
Well, I would want to ask, how many of you sent money abroad? How many of you? Okay, I see a lot of them. How many of you send money abroad? What if I tell you that we have a more easiest, convenient way to send money abroad, and also that this easier and convenient way is going to give you a better option and a better rate? That's what we have here today is Lemfi, our powered partner.
M5, formerly Lemonade Finance.
Now I request Jerin Raj, President, International Youth Canada, to please come up on the stage. He has been the backbone of the entire events and everything. Jerin Raj would be giving a token of love and gratitude to our speakers, panelists, and guests.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. And now, to extend our sincerest gratitude to our partners, I'm going to start with it is really an amazing opportunity to introduce this very important person, the Vice President of the Academic Affairs from Seneca Polytechnic. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together for Marian Marando.
Maria Morando is the Vice President Academic of Seneca Polytechnic. Up next, we have Lemfi, our powered partner.
Requesting once again Lemfi to be on stage. Let's join Lemfi with a big, big round of applause.
Randall Arsenault, Commissioner, Ontario Human Rights.
Once again, on stage is Commissioner Randall Arsenault, our Ontario Human Rights Commissioner.
I would request all our guests to please stay back on the stage so that we can have a group picture. Absolutely. I would request Mariana Mirando, Lemfi as well, to please stay back for a group picture that we would have after that. Arun Kumar, CPV, is from the Consulate General Office.
You heard it right. We have Arun Kumar on stage, ladies and gentlemen. And up next, we will be joined by the President of Seneca Student Federation. A big, big round of applause as well to Sarah Rodriguez.
Khushbir Singh, Vice President, Centennial Student Federation. We have Sarah here. Followed by Khushbir Singh, Vice President, Centennial Student Federation.
Thank you very much. And of course, we will be joined by probably a representative from Punjabi Community Health Service. Anyone from the group?
I request PCHS to please come up on the stage. Anto Matthew.
Of course, the man in the house, ladies and gentlemen, we just met him this afternoon, the Director of Human Resources at Villa Charities Incorporated. Once again, Anto Matthew.
Thank you for giving us a wonderful session earlier this evening. Up next, we have Dave Budheria. He was here reviewing the resumes. Can we please have Dave on the stage?
Dave, please, we want to see you on stage. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, he will be joined by, wow, I have to do it right, Surya RC, ladies and gentlemen. We are so honored to have you as well. Our very important, one of the most important speakers, by the way, our business development specialist from Yorkville University.
Murthy B, one of our experts who were reviewing the resumes of the students. Can I please have Murthy on the stage?
Thank you very much. And then now next we have here Anthony Vatavayalil. Hope I got it right. He is a renowned insurance partner. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together for him, please. And of course, we have our immigration partner, ladies and gentlemen, the Yoke Immigration. Requesting any representative to please join us on stage.
From York Immigration.
All right, moving forward, let's have our telecom partner, a representative from Bell.
We have Dave Putheria on the stage. Can we please have Dave? He reviewed about over 100 resumes and must be super tired by now.
But he did a great job. They all did a great job, so they deserve another big round of applause.
Another huge round of applause for Murthy B, assisting in reviewing the resumes and expert in the field.
Thank you so much. Now let's proceed to our food partner. We have Ruchi World.
Can we please have representative from Ruchi World?
They deserve more than a clap, everyone. Make it louder.
Up next, our career partner, Priority Mentorship.
Priority Mentorship Incorporated, please join us here. Thank you very much. The next name is quite challenging for me because I bet this is an Indian name and it's so hard to pronounce. So please do the honor.
Prashant Srivastava, our board member from International Youth Canada.
Please, a round of applause.
And up next, we have Jos Verghese, board member from International Youth Canada.
Thank you so much. And now to complete the board members for the IYC, we will also be joined by Ash Patel.
They have been a great supporters of International Youth Canada.
All right, now we would like to request the official photographer to please do the honor. Take the picture.
Now I request everyone to please be there for our inauguration of the ribbon cutting ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please put up a huge round of applause for our partners.
There you have it. The ribbon has been cut by Commissioner Randall Arsenault. Thank you very much. And ladies and friends, to our special guests, you may now go back to your seats.
I request Jaren Raj, President IYC, to please come up on the stage and provide a general introduction of International Youth Canada. Over to Jaren Raj.
Can I play the video, please, Saras? Thank you so much for making this happen. So again, some of you know me. I came as an international student a few years back. Yeah. So what I understood is here in Canada, we have resources everywhere, from your college, community, provincial government, federal government, all are ready to help you. But we should raise our voice, right? We should ask them what help we need. So we are doing this kind of platforms, through events, online events, whatever you saw here, right? For the last few 3 years, we are doing this kind of events. This year, especially, we did around 20 events. You saw different varieties of events which we are doing. We are doing all those things to connect with maximum people and to help people succeed here in Canada. I'm grateful to all our supporters, all our partners, and all of you for coming together. Yes, this is an event which we are coming, but this is not an end, right? From morning or evening, we all are there in resume as well as different. Again, we had the appreciation event. Thank you so much for being part of all those things, and thank you for your time for coming here, being here on a weekend. I know you all are sacrificing your personal time for being here. Thanks again for all the support. I think we are already late, so I'm not speaking much. But again, once again, thank you and making all this happen. Thank you.
Now, could I please have Mariana Mirando, Vice President, Academic, Seneca Polytechnic, to come up on the stage? Madam Mirando would be talking about navigating college life, tools and resources for your success. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. And thank you for welcoming me here today to this amazing event and this amazing summit. I'm so proud to be here as part of the Student Summit. I was sitting down thinking about Seneca Polytechnic and your organization, International Youth Canada, and we are so similar in that we have the exact same mandate and the exact same mission, and that is to help students before, during, and after their studies in Canada. So we're very aligned in that we share the same purpose. And at Seneca, we wake up every morning with one aspiration, which is to support students so that they go on to successful lives, whether it be here in Canada or abroad. So I'm very happy to be here. So I was asked to talk about navigating life as a student, and I'm not going to, the first thing I have to say is the fact that you are all here tells me there's not much I can tell you, because you already know the first most important step in navigating your life as a student in Canada, which is step up, jump in, step up to the challenge, attend events like this, volunteer at events, network, and find every opportunity to engage in the community. And the people that you meet at events like this are going to be your networks when you're off looking for a job or when you need support. So I almost feel like you already know. The fact that you're here tells me you already know all of that. But some of the supports that every institution, I represent Seneca, but really what I'm saying applies to every academic institution in Canada. Some of the supports that I really encourage you to partake in are the pre-arrival supports, the orientation, the student supports before you start your program. And everything that we know as educators tells us that the more involved you get before you actually start your program, the better your success will be. There's a very clear alignment in all of the research that if you are the one that comes to orientation, that engages in the events put on by the institution or by the student federation, that meets with your professors before you start, you will be more successful and you will have greater likelihood of graduating with top marks. So first thing is, before you even start, make sure you take advantage of those supports. At Seneca, we have robust supports prior to attending Seneca College, including immigration support and all those things that you need to get to Canada. While you're in college or university, there is also a number of supports that I encourage you to take. The first support is going to be your professors. And so your professor is going to be your number one person on your side, and introduce yourself. Don't be that kid that's sort of in the back on their phone, always last, just doing the bare minimum. Don't be that person that sits near the front, knows the professor, talks to the professor, and asks for help as you're going through your semester, because I guarantee you your experience is going to be much more effective for you if you put yourself forward. The other thing is, make sure you take advantage of all the resources around study help, peer mentorship help, libraries, tutors. Institutions have so many resources, and we use the word free resources, but really you pay them as part of your tuition. So when you pay tuition, you're paying for all of these services, and most students don't take advantage of the services that they've paid for. So make sure you look for all of those resources that can support you in your studies. And then finally, when you graduate, your relationship with your institution doesn't end, because we offer resume workshops, interviewing workshops, and we have a platform at Seneca actually that is really cool, that generates AI to help you practice interviews using AI technology, where you can videotape yourself at an interview and then you get feedback. Very realistic feedback, so that then you can do it again, and then it tells you how many times you used it tells you how many times you looked bored, it tells you how many times you were confrontational. You get that feedback and then you do it again. So you can practice an interview 10 times before you go for the actual interview. And these are all things available to all students. And most times students don't take advantage of them, because they come to class and then they're rushing to go to work, or they're rushing to go home, when your time at your institution is so valuable and so important that I encourage you to take full advantage of all of those resources. My last piece of advice is get involved in extracurriculars, volunteer for clubs, volunteer when they ask. For example, there's probably some students from Seneca at the table that I'm assuming are probably volunteers. And so you're probably thinking, why would they waste all this time on a Sunday coming to volunteer? Because I bet you they're going to meet 10 people that could one day be on a job interview opportunity for them, or could know someone that knows somebody that could give them a job. So volunteer, get involved, network. Don't fly low, don't fly under the radar, fly on top of the radar. Put yourself out there and make sure that you take every advantage of the people that want to support you. And as I said at the beginning, the fact that you are here tells me that you are all the types of students that will be very successful in your studies and in your careers. I'm on that note, I leave you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. I hope that I see you at more sessions, volunteering and networking and getting involved. I hope I get some LinkedIn requests. I think my name is somewhere from some of you. LinkedIn, so that you have a network, first person in your network. And I wish you every success with the summit and as you move forward with your careers. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Right there, you could see, you can certainly connect with Madam Mariana Morando through LinkedIn.
Thank you, Marianne. That was indeed interesting. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the next speaker will be providing valuable insights into the essential consular services and support available especially for all the international students present here, including me. Ladies and gentlemen, he will cover key activities and resources designed to assist students in navigating their experiences abroad. Without further ado, let's welcome
Arun Kumar, Council CVP from the Office of Consulate General of India. Once again, a huge round of applause for Arun Kumar, Council CVP from Consulate General of India's office.
Hello, good evening to all. First of all, I would like to convey the best wishes for this summit and all the participants from my Consul General, Mr. Siddharth Nath. I have been asked to give you information from the consulate point of view for you as an international student in Canada, international student from India in Canada. Mostly the prime job of the consulate is to promote people-to-people contact, the trade relations, promote the trade between the two countries, in our case, India and Canada. And the students, Indian students in Canada, are no doubt are important bridge for people-to-people contact in near future and also for bilateral trade in the future to come. There are approximately 1.3 million Indian students abroad currently. Out of these, 427,000 Indian students are studying in Canada. Most of, all of you are well aware when you took admission in your institutions in Canada, what you are expecting from yourself and what you are expecting from the country which you are moving to. Academically, career-wise, most of you are clear in your mind. While thinking for your career, for your studies, most of the time, not only as an international student, but also as a person abroad, living abroad, we give minimum time to our physical and mental health, which is the most important factor in achieving your goal, academic or professional goal. So start with, as my previous speaker, Vice President of Seneca said, you have to look for the resources which are available to you, which are actually you have already paid for. But you need to be aware what are the, you have to verify what are the health benefits available to you under your college, university, or institution's plan. Make a very, very fine, very good balance between your study and work. In fact, I'll say you have to first give priority to your health, then automatically your study will improve. That's what I have personally felt, though I have not studied abroad. I have studied in the University of Delhi, but for last 20 years, 21 years, I am abroad, so I can feel it for myself and for my kids also. I always tell them to put their health before everything. If you are in good health, everything will fall in place automatically, including the study and the work. Another important thing which I personally witnessed when I was posted in our consulate in Vancouver, that was the COVID pandemic time. And our own Indian students whom I was coming in contact, most important thing which they mentioned in the pandemic time, what they were missing was their family is back in India. So don't wait for any crisis. Remain in a regular touch with your family in India and remain in regular contact with your acquaintances, friends in Canada. One way to remain in contact with your festivities, with your background, with your roots, is to participate in the events being organized regularly by our consulate. Those can be the national days or any other important event like a yoga day or Hindi Divas. Most of the events which consulate organize are open event. If you are on our social media, you will get the information what is the forthcoming event which we are organizing. So we always welcome our Indian diaspora. International students in Canada are most important part of the Indian diaspora here. So I encourage you to be in touch with the consulate through social media, participate in our events, which will make you feel home. Consulate is also engaged in the diaspora events, like some event diaspora people, diaspora organizations organize under the umbrella of the consulate. So you will get the information about those events on our social media. Those are very important tools to remain in touch with the Indian festivities and the Indian touch, Indian background, Indian roots while remaining abroad. Participating in these kind of events also give you an opportunity to get in touch with the Indian diaspora organizations. Those organizations sometimes are very, very useful for the mental health and not most of the time, but sometime in accommodation, sometime in food bank. So these are the issues. I mean, that's not a good thing to happen, but I have myself personally seen sometimes the people, the Indian student get in such a needy situation, they really need help. So these kind of situations, only the diaspora organizations, other than the institutions resources and the local government resources. These are the organizations which are always there to help you. And with these organizations, you will get in touch through, I mean, the Indian Consulate event will give you a platform to get in touch with these kind of organizations. Another important thing which I, as consul working in the consulate, come across with very frequently about the difficult situations our Indian students get into. And I have a very small advice for these kind of situations for you. Like whenever you have a phone call from someone calling as RCMP, police, bank, CRA, or any job offer, my advice, personal advice would be as well as also the professional advice to stay calm. Stay calm, don't jump, and don't share your sensitive information. We have, I mean, most of the people don't know that we have a dedicated welfare officer in the Indian consulate. We have a dedicated student officer in the Indian consulate to take care of our Indian students in Canada. In addition to their hardcore job in the consulate, they look after the welfare of the Indian students, Indian diaspora, Indian citizens in our jurisdiction. In addition to these, we have emergency number on our website, which can be approached any time after office hour in case you find any unpleasant situation and you want to talk to any officer of the consulate. That emergency number is always there. So we are always there to speak to you, to get in touch with you in case you need. Another small piece of advice is to manage your situations don't in such a way that you need not to wait for an emergency situation to happen. Get socially active. Keep yourself abreast of the emergency situation which the local government has in place, contingency plan of the city, geography and social atmosphere around you. Keep your important documents. This is the most important thing. I would request you to please be aware. Keep your important documents very handy. Regularly check them. I have come across many times that in need of travel, when we look at the passport, expiry of the passport is almost near, which is very strange kind of a situation. So, which can be very, very easily taken care of. These are your important documents, so keep regularly watch on them, keep them safe, keep your sin safe, obey. This is the most important thing, as a consul officer as well as the foreigner in Canada. I'll request all of you to obey law of the land. Another very important thing which you might not be aware is we have a dedicated portal for students that is called Madad. When I left my son, I was in Vancouver, I left my son in Toronto. I came back to Toronto on a second posting. When I was leaving my son in Toronto, I told him to get himself registered on Madad. That is the only way you can remain in regular contact with consulate. That is the only channel consulate can approach you anytime in case of any need. I hope that is sufficient for today. Lot of the thing to do. And I understand you are already responsible Indian citizens abroad, taking care of the name of your country, taking care of the investment your parents have done in you. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Arun Kumar, for putting light over such an important topic. And certainly, every international student that we have from here, from different countries, coming with different hopes, desires, and aspirations, it's important for them to be vigilant, to know about their rights, responsibilities, and that's how together we build a beautiful community.
Exactly, you heard that right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over because we are so excited to host a panel discussion focused on specific topic relevant to all the students present here. And of course, our passionate advocates and experts tonight will share their insights and key issues affecting students. So we would like to encourage everybody to please participate in the question and answer portion.
I request upon the stage Commissioner Randall Arsenault, Ontario Human Rights Commissioner.
And of course, we'll be joined by the president of Seneca Student Federation, Sara Rodriguez.
Next, we have Kushbir Singh, Vice President, Centennial Student Association.
We are so honored to also have with us once again on stage the PCHS, or well known as Punjabi Community Health Services.
Wilson from Chapel Ridge Funeral Home.
Thank you. And of course, let's not miss the opportunity to have Anthony Vatavayalil. That's quite challenging still, but he is our insurance broker partner. We will be joined by him as well.
And also, we have representative from LEMFI, Spams and Scams Issues.
We apologize for that. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Lemfi from Spams and Scams Issues. Everyone, a big round of applause as we welcome our panelists.
This discussion will equip you with essential tools and resources to advocate yourself and ensure that you are getting the support you deserve during your college journey. And I am Anshi, and I have my co-anchor with me, Marge, that would be moderating for the panel discussion today. We have some questions that students have sent us already, and those are the questions that they would like to be addressed by our student leaders and community leaders. So can we have the first question, please?
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm an international student. And one question that I have for you is that are there any mental health or well-being services that being offered for students? And if so, how will they be able to access them?
Hi, everyone. My name is Bramja, and I am representing Punjabi Community Health Services here. That was a great question. Who here believes in free services for mental health for international students? You can just raise your hand. Awesome. Punjabi Community Health Services provides free services that include supportive counseling, peer support, and they can even guide you with resume building skills and interview skills, which are key when you come to Canada from a different country. And all that regardless of your status in Canada, and it's completely free. So you can access it just by going on the Punjabi Community Health Services website or give the call on the website at the number below.
I'm going to add something. I'm going to take a bit of a twist on it, though. And I'm going to add, from a police officer's perspective, obviously, judging, looking back at my career. So in terms of mental health, I've attended, over the course of my 21-year policing career, hundreds, if not thousands, of calls to international students who were living alone in a room with a mattress on the floor. There's actually a meme out there that I saw on Instagram, and they said, you don't know what starting over is like until you have lived like this. And it shows a mattress on the floor and maybe some boxes and some clothes and such. I've attended, again, hundreds, if not thousands, of calls for international students who are traveling abroad and studying abroad, which is something I've obviously never had to do, being born and raised in Canada, and I just couldn't imagine. Now, a lot of the calls that we've attended were due to mental health. And one thing I want to say, first and foremost, that all police services do offer mental health services, but something very, very important that I wanted you to take with you, calling police to report any sort of crime, including concerns about your own mental health, will not affect your immigration status in Canada. And I'm bringing this up because it's very, very important to talk about some of the worst case scenarios, because I've attended those calls in terms of self-harm and even suicide. Calling police requesting help, or if you're the victim of a crime in any way, will not affect your immigration status in Canada. So absolutely, if you're struggling with your mental health in any way, please feel free to call. And that goes for police services right across the entire country. Just throwing that out there. Thank you. Great question.
Thank you so much. That's such the on-point answer, I would say, provided both by our both representatives. Not mentioning that calling police is not going to jeopardize your status as an international student in Canada. Up next, I would request the second question to be played.
Eyes on the screen,
Hello, my
please.
name is Edward. We are seeing so many death cases recently. Can you please talk about the common causes of all of these uncertain situations?
Can we have the question played one more time, please?
Hello, my name is Edward. We are seeing so many death cases recently. Can you please talk about the common causes of all of these uncertain situations?
So Edward is asking that there are so many death cases that are happening, and is there anything that we would want to put light upon? What are the reasons for that? Anyone who wants to take that?
I think my name is Anthony from Goldmax Advisors, and we as like people ask us like, what do you do for a living? Like, so we tell them like, we give money when the people needs the most. So basically, I think that question pertaining to if any international students are here and something unwanted even happens. Like, I was talking to Jerry and he says somebody passed away last week by an accident. So what happens is, there most cases they don't have insurance, and most of you students know that I think a majority of you taken student loan to come over as an international student, and something unwanted happens, then the family struggles a big time. So it's very important that you are protected here. So what I have a grievance to all the educational institutions is here. The financial education is lacking in the education system. So most students, like, when they come here, like, it's new country, even the domestic students, they are not aware of how the financial situation works, how the credit bureau credit scoring system works, and that creates a lot of problem. And I was telling Jorian, like, it costs less than a price of a coffee a day to have proper insurance put in place. So it's always good to have a proper protection on you. So it's very important to think about it. So if something unwanted or uncertain things happens, like the family is put into a difficult situation. And also I asked, like, if students, once they finish their studies, they're waiting for their work permit. During that period of time, you have no health insurance. So again, like, I have seen situations like small accidents or small injuries happen, or they fall sick, they are in big trouble. So get your help. Like, we are partnering with the international students. So that's one of the main reason to have that protection put in place, so that you are not left alone. And everybody is in a situation that they may not be able to extend your help. So we are there to help you. So if you need further questions, you can always reach out to me.
So I would like to add to that. So I think one of the main reason these cases are rising is because we are so afraid to ask for help that sometimes we try to go into a shell, that maybe if we come out with something that's happening, maybe it's our emotions that are taking control of us, or maybe it's you started school and it's getting harder now that you have to do a part-time job, you're going to school, you also have to take care of yourself, you don't have your family with you. So I think the main cause of that is not asking for help. And when you ask for help, there's so many people around you, with you maybe, who are going through the same situation, and they might be able to guide you to the person who's right or maybe able to help you. I'll tell you one story. When I came to Canada last September and I started my college, this is a kind of a hot topic for me. So I remember the first 2 months, I was so excited. I was like, I'm gonna do everything by myself. It's gonna be a like self-healing journey and it's gonna be so great. But I was doing good in classes. I was doing a part-time job. I found a part-time job. I was doing good in that, and I was hustling. But one thing I didn't make sure of is that taking care of myself, or asking myself if I am okay or not. Because you prioritize things like study and working over your own mental health, that's when things started to go down. And I remember in those 2 months, if I haven't gone to the counseling services that was available at Centennial College, I might have gone back or maybe took a wrong action, because it does get hard. And I know it's not easy when you pack 2 bags and come to a whole another country to make a career out of it and to start a new life, basically starting from scratch. And so thing is that ask for help. Ask for help when it's needed. And asking for help doesn't make you a coward or make you weak. It makes you strong, actually. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So
Sorry. Sorry, if the time allows, I just have a very brief point that I want to add on. We usually, I think one of the biggest challenges is access to primary care and first line of respondents. There's a lack of awareness regarding this issue, that you can, whenever your health is in jeopardy, you can go to the emergency department, you can call the crisis line. And a lot of international students, they're new to the system, so they're unaware of this issue, and which is why they have lack of access to primary care, which leads to increased death rates. So what I encourage you guys to do is, when you go outside this event, please share this information with your peers and spread awareness on this issue. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we please have after this the third question on screen?
My name is Kumbesh and I recently completed my studies and my insurance is expired right now. So is it important to get the insurance till I get the OHIP or not?
I think that's a question to me, I suppose. Yeah, it's very, very important, to have the insurance in place. It doesn't cost a lot of money, because a lot of times people think that it costs a lot of money to have the insurance put in place. In fact, it is not. And as I said earlier, even I had one student, he took the insurance fortunately, but what happened, he was talking to someone and, the child closed the door. So his finger went between the door and the hinges. And that small injury costed him about $728 at the hospital. So fortunately, he had the insurance, so he didn't have to pay anything from his pocket. But if does not have it, then it can cost a lot of money. So it's definitely, I strongly urge, get the insurance in place before your college insurance ends, so that you'll not have any waiting period. And and again, once you have your work permit and OHIP is in place, then you can always cancel the insurance. So it's definitely highly recommended to have it.
Thank you so much. And indeed, it is very important to have an insurance. It does not matter your insurance has expired. There are a lot of cheaper options available to get an insurance because at the end, your health, you are the most important thing. Can we please have the next question after this?
Hi, my name is Ibrahim, and my question is I want to ask what resources are available for students in crisis and how can they reach out for immediate help?
Perfect. Hi, everyone. So I'm here as the president of the Seneca Student Federation. So we are the official student union at Seneca Polytechnic. And we have a lot of things when students are going through an emergency, maybe there's something happening back home. So we do have our financial aid department, and from there you can get emergency funds. And as well, you have the support coming from the student union. So we have our food bank, which is our emergency food support for students in need. And with that, you can get a food hamper, you can get a gift card to spend with groceries. And on top of that, we are always trying to, because we understand that students are going through a lot of things. It's not easy to be an international student, pay your full-time tuitions, then work part-time, and sometimes with the market, it's not easy to find a job. So we always try to offer free food in our events. We always try to understand a little bit better what students are going through. So we also have our student navigators, which is a group in our institution that helps students that are going through emergencies. So you can talk to your student advisor. So that's why it's always important to be in contact with people. Be in contact with your student advisor. The student advisors are people that are assigned to you to help you through your Seneca journey, through your student journey. I'm pretty sure that in other institutions, they also have that support for you. So it's important to understand that you're not alone. And you know, emergencies happen. So we have a lot of things for you to help you when you're going through an emergency. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Can we please have the next question?
Hi guys, my name is Bubakar. I'm an international student and I have one question, like a concern, because I've seen a lot of international students that are around and they struggle to get a job. They apply to different places, no response, and they really struggle to get a job. Like, if there could be more resources to help international students get a job, that would be really helpful. Thank you.
Anyone who wants to take that? Any resources that are available to international students?
Yeah, so I mean, since I have the mic, I'll answer. But we do have a platform at Seneca Polytechnic, which is called Seneca Works. There you can find jobs. We have partnerships with several companies. We also have career fairs, as our VP Academics mentioned, Mariana Miranda. We also have supports where you can review your resume, cover letters, do trials on your interviews. But this platform is an amazing source for you that want to apply for jobs outside. We also have on-campus jobs. So our on-campus jobs are available in this platform, which is Seneca Works. So you just go to Google, put Seneca Works in there, you'll find all the information you need. And the good thing is that it's also available after you graduate. So even after you graduate, you will have access to the platform. And Seneca provides as well part-time jobs for students, as well as the student union. So there's another website, which is ssfinc.ca. In there you can also find part-time jobs. And as well as important to understand that in this market, you need to do some things to stand out. So we offer a bunch of personal development courses such as CPR, Smart Serve, security training. We also have our new course, which is the Project Management Ready certificate, which allows you to be in the market, work with project management. So all of those things, those small things that we offer to you are things that are going to make you stand out. And it's going to allow you to find maybe co-ops, internships, part-time jobs on campus. So it's not only like the jobs are there, but also like how can you prepare yourself with the resources that the institutions are giving you to make you stand out.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Well, certainly it is most important thing to make yourself stand out of the crowd. That's a similar thing that we addressed earlier in our career clinic when a student asked that 95% of her resume is ATS friendly, and what is the reason that she has been applying everywhere but still not getting a job? And the most important thing that even Anto mentioned was it is important how you make yourself stand out of the crowd. Everyone has a lot of skills, experience, expertise, but what makes you different? That is what an interviewer or an employer is looking for.
Yeah, I'll add quickly to that. Actually, it's not exactly my area of expertise, but I'm going to add the importance of networking. Now, I actually didn't go to college or university, but I've, again, police officer, human rights commissioner. I'm a licensed carpenter, and I've had a lot of opportunities. I'm a very avid social media user as well, but I've had a lot of opportunities given to me because of networking. And just to take this a step further, if anybody, I'm not shouting out my own social media here, but I can't remember her name. She was up here earlier from Seneca, and she talked about her LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one of the best kept secrets out there. It's such a powerful tool. In terms of networking, if you've seen any of my stuff online, you know that I've done a lot of work with new Canadians and international students. And one gentleman in particular, Jagnahit, who I've done lots of different videos with, the opportunities that have come to Jagnahit because he wasn't afraid to step outside of his comfort zone and approach me in uniform. He was working security at the time, and we did a few things together. Yesterday, we ran a powwow in Toronto for Native Child and Family Services. About 3 months ago, there was an international student who is looking, they have a camera and they're looking for some job in photography and videography and such. And they reached out to me and I said, okay, no problem. I'll keep you in mind. I got some last minute funding, $2,500. I reached out to that student last week and I said, listen, I need a videographer for the weekend. $2,500 cash, here you go. That happened because of networking, because the student wasn't afraid to step outside of their comfort zone. So do that. Use social media, use it safe, be effective, but don't be afraid to reach out to people. I just thought I'd add the importance of networking on there. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Archnold. Once again, thank you so much for our panelists for coming up on the stage and expressing their opinion and addressing the questions put forward by the students. Thank you so much. You may have your seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, they deserve a round of applause for answering the questions, right? Thank you. Thank you very much. Would you like to add something, sir? Oh, okay. Thank you very much. You may now go back to your seats. It is indeed an honor to be a part of this event. Remember, as an international student, we have to put this in mind, that we have to dare to explore. Every new experience shapes who you are. And aside from that, just step outside your comfort zone because it's where the magic begins.
It's the same life, whether we decide to spend it by laughing or by crying. The one thing that makes your day a positive one is that how do you perceive it to be? Once again, thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this event. I request you all to please join us for dinner and networking session. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the volunteers for helping and assisting, for our chief guest of honor, our panelists, speakers, our resume reviewers, experts from different segments, different walks of life. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please do not forget to join us for dinner outside. Thank you so much once again.
Yes, thank you so much, IYC, for having me. This has been your host, Miss Marjorie Abina, together with
Himanshi Jain, and we sign off for the day. Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye-bye.
can all the artists and volunteers please stay back? We still have the certificates and we can hand over the certificates. Artists and volunteers on the stay back. You porthu poyaraanengil onnu agathekku varo. നമുക്ക് ഇനിയും സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. നേരത്തെ നമുക്ക് പേര് അനൗൺസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല കുറെ ആളുകളുടെ. സോ ആർട്ടിസ്റ്റ് ആൻഡ് വോളണ്ടിയേഴ്സ്. Guys, thank you for staying back. നമുക്ക് സമയം കുറവായതുകൊണ്ട് ആ പരിപാടി ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ആയപ്പോ എല്ലാരും ഓരോരുത്തരെയും പേര് വിളിച്ച് സ്റ്റേജിൽ കയറ്റണം എന്നായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ നമുക്ക് പറ്റിയില്ല. ഇപ്പോ ലൈക്ക് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു കുറച്ച് പേരെ സ്റ്റേ ബാക്ക് ചെയ്തോളൂ. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ്സിലെ പേര് അനൗൺസ് ചെയ്യാം. ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ സ്റ്റേജിലേക്ക് വരാട്ടോ. ആരതി അജിത്, ആരതി അജിത്. വിനോദേട്ടനാണ് സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ്സ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. ആരതി അജിത്, താങ്ക് യു ആരതി. സീതാലക്ഷ്മി സുരേഷ്, മേഘ ഷാജി, മേഘ ഷാജി, ഋതു കാരാട്ട്, തുഷാര പാലക്കൽ, പൂജ നിഷൂദനൻ സരസ്വതി, പൂജ, രാൽക്ക രതീഷ് കാക്കരായിൽ, അനീറ്റ സാഫോ, ജസ്വിൻ ജോസഫ്,